Okay, welcome everyone to our very first team call of the new year, our No Limit
That's
Fitness
nice.
team call. If you do me a favor and mute your phones, that would be awesome. It's so good to see everybody, and we have a lot of exciting things to cover tonight. So I'm excited to dive in, and I actually have a PowerPoint. So I tweaked what I was going to talk about a little bit. Um, we're going to go through some important announcements, make sure everybody's up to speed. We're going to talk especially a little bit about 80-day obsession, goal setting, and how you're going to start strong this year. And after, really reflecting on the purpose of this call and the intent, I am going to do a separate call detailing with you guys the changes to Elite. So I'll get to that in a little bit, but I really just want to focus right now at this point in the year on being intentional about what we want this year and starting January strong. So let's go. Please, when you hop on, just mute if you can so that we don't get the feedback. Okay. And one of these days I'll have some music before a call because that's what I would like to do. But nevertheless, can you guys give me a thumbs up if you see the entire PowerPoint? I just want to make sure you can see it all. Awesome. Okay. So our first call of 2018. Just some quick announcements to start us off. I want to first and foremost congratulate Lindsay Alexander, Molly Shills, and Andrea Fuquay for qualifying for the New Leader Conference that's going to be happening in the next month or so in Los Angeles. You guys, this is a huge deal. A few of us have had the opportunity to go. So what happens is they fly out to LA. They're treated like royalty, true VIP treatment. Yes, please show them some love on the chat because it's a really big deal. And it's a huge honor. They get tours of Beachbody Corporate. When I went 2 years ago, we were actually walking in, seeing how amazing corporate is. The gyms are insane. A lot of the taping that Carl and Jeff Hill do is right there in the facility. So the workout rooms are ridiculous. And we're walking through just the main area, and Joel Freeman and Jericho McMatthews are sitting there chatting, having something to eat. They came out, they talked to us for 10 minutes, took pictures. It's just such a cool experience. You see all the Shakeology superfoods. And so for them to qualify is a major honor. We know for sure that Andrea Fuquay will be attending. So congratulations to you guys. I also want to highlight quickly the rock stars in December, because December is always a slow month, but these are the people who work their butts off. And so I'm bringing out these names because they worked hard and they deserve it, and I want to recognize them. These are the people who are doing the things that are making an impact on others. They are hosting challenge groups. They're stepping up as leaders. They're leading by example. And so congratulations, because Lori Model absolutely slayed it. She crushed it with 28 Success Club points and on down the line. Mary Van Dorn is up there every single month, you guys. She is obviously doing something right. So maybe you can head over and check out her page. I know that her like page is very important to what she does in driving traffic and filling her pipeline. But congratulations, Mary. And then Kate Bergman and Lindsay Alexander at Success Club 10, Melissa Alexander at 8, and then Molly Shills, Lara Vaughn, Andrea, who again, now she is, she worked hard in December. She's already at Success Club 12, you guys, for the month of January. So incredible. You will hopefully be hearing from her later on some of her top tips because she's crushing it. Leah Stewart, Jen Thomas, who was just starting back coaching after having a baby. Amazing. That shows you right there that just focus on the goal and making it non-negotiable. She made it happen. Michelle McKinnon, Stephanie White, Amick, Ingrid Houston, and then I hit 6. So congratulations, guys. Just wanted to recognize you. Couple quick things. I don't know if you've seen that there's a new format for our National Wake Up Call. So you can actually just go follow Team Beachbody Coach 411 on Facebook. Please make sure you do, because the National Wake Up Call every Monday, instead of listening on a phone, you can actually participate live. And it's very cool to be engaged in the conversation. You can see, for example, Melanie Mitro was on last Monday and shared a bunch of awesome nuggets. So please make sure that you follow Team Beachbody Coach 411. And now to get to what we're all here for today. And that is, it is a new year. So what now? Let's go. So I entitled this call, "This is the beginning of whatever you want." And I truly, truly feel that that is the case right now. And also whenever anybody begins coaching, because you can embrace this and aim high and decide wherever you want to go. If you are embracing the activities that we do as a coach and growing and evolving and refining yourself, you can have whatever you want. And that's really what I've learned in 4.5 years of coaching. So what I want to challenge you to do tonight while we're on this call and you're actively participating and thinking is to figure out what is most important to you this year. At the end of 2018, where do you want to be in your health, personally, with your family, and financially? What is your life going to look like? Because again, I'm going to ask you to just have some vision here for a second and really think about it and dream. If you start putting these actions in place, you are going to start working on that, but it's not going to happen unless you're intentional. So we really have to be honest with ourselves about what matters most to us this year. And, you know, that is going to look different from everybody else. So I want to assure you, your goals do not need to look like mine. Okay, there's no comparison here. You really have to dig deep into your soul, and your coach or sponsor can help you do it. Or if you need help, I can help you. But you really want to know what you want. And that's kind of what this coaching journey has shown me, because I realized after working with people and really asking those deep questions myself is 5 years ago, I didn't really know. I didn't really know that. I was living day by day. I wasn't goal setting, and I didn't have a 5-year plan. And so now all of those things have changed through coaching. So goal setting is something we're going to talk about tonight, because that is the first step in setting your intentions and working towards getting better every single day. I want you to embrace the challenge of this year. 2017 was a weird year for a lot of us, not only with Beachbody, but just, you know, politically and what's going on in our country. I loved Jeff Hill's message, and it might have been in the roundtable, which is for 5 stars, but you know, he was like, we just need to get back to the joy and why we're here, right? What brought us here to begin with? We are like that one bright spot in everybody's newsfeed. If you think about it, you know, there's a lot of drab out there on social media. Like, you take it upon yourself to be that bright spot in somebody's life, because I can tell you time after time, people have contacted me out of the blue and said, you've inspired me so much, and they've never liked anything that I've posted. Like, I had no idea. And so there is something that you're working towards, and that's what we're here to figure out this year. And of course, we want to do that by starting strong, and that's right now, January 10th from here on out. Couple more announcements though. Obviously, the focus this month is 80-day obsession. There are 4 days left to get into this coach test group. Do all of your coaches know that? Do you have your accessory bundle? You have the ability to participate with Autumn and get one-on-one coaching and training, which is invaluable, guys. I mean, the best results of my life came through being in the Shift Shop test group. You are going to be challenged. Your eyes are going to be open. You will get better. It is absolutely the best way to get the most accountability and support and inspiration throughout this next 80 days. So I hope everybody's in there. But also join a smaller challenge group, because you may be working full time and your time may be limited in scrolling through that group, which I know is going to be incredible. So Jenny and I have an obsession group, and then other Star Diamond leaders on our team have smaller challenge groups. So you want to make sure that you're plugged in and connected. Okay, that's really going to help you throughout the next 80 days. Also, you know what? You may, and really looking at your personal goals and where you are right now, even though for your business, the best decision is going to be to take on 80-day obsession and go all in, you might need to start with a different program and take on 80-day obsession in a month or two. That's a personal decision. But every single coach on our team should be committing to something now. That's the point. And so please, let's make sure, with the coaches on our teams that you're having that conversation of, okay, if 80-day obsession isn't right for you right now, what are we going to do to help get you consistent in working towards your health goals this year? Bottom line, take ownership of what you want. We all want to crush this. We want to see results we've never experienced before. We want to actually master time nutrition. If you are in the coach test group and you've purchased the accessory bundle, you should be very excited and also a little bit nervous, right? Because time nutrition is a whole new ball game, and it's going to be something new for us. It's a little more complex than portion fix. So be a student. Understand this. Understand that if you're running challenge groups or you've got challengers that are participating in a challenge group that you're a part of, you always lead by example. And all you can do is just be prepared and read through that guideline and study meal plans and make sure that you have your own for Monday. Okay. Quickly want to mention the Team Cup. The Team Cup starts February 1st, but we can begin registering on January 15th. This is another huge opportunity for anybody, anywhere you are in your business, whether you signed up 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago, for you to step up and grow your business and learn a lot about coaching in 1 month. It is a huge opportunity. It's so much fun. I had my best month by far participating in the Team Cup a couple of years ago. I hit Success Club 43, and it was like you feed off of the energy of other people. So it's teams of 5. You win prizes. You do not have to have any kind of expertise. You're just a group of people working together, supporting each other, sharing best practices, cheering each other on, and getting outside your comfort zones. So we need to work on making sure that everybody knows about Team Cup and that we are all set and registered. Okay. Another big announcement, and if you're at Super Saturday, obviously you saw this. We have a major, I don't know if you can read it here, but just for the month of January, they are reducing the cost of Coach Summit tickets. This is a really big deal. It's only $145 this month only, and it is non-refundable. Typically they're $300, and you want to go ahead and commit to that. And if you're not yet enrolled for Coach Summit, you want to get enrolled this month, you guys. This was an absolute game changer for me. Didn't go the first year. I had signed up a few months before, but I have been every year since, 4 years in a row. Incredible things happen at Coach Summit. And so I put the website right here, but it's www.coachsummit.com. And there's a cute little video that kind of like summarizes just a little bit of the excitement and energy that you feel when you're there at that super workout with 30,000 people. We hear from the absolute best of the best in terms of speakers, Darren Hardy, Mel Robbins. Guys, it's something. If you sell 3 challenge packs, you have paid for your ticket. Now is the time where you make big moves and take action, and you figure out the details later, honestly. Because if you make that commitment and you buy that ticket, it will push you to hit Success Club. It will push you to grow your business beyond this month, and then you will get there, and then everything changes, honestly. The next big announcement was 2019 Success Club trip is on Harmony of the Seas. We're cruising again. Again, I want us to aim big this year, and I would love for you guys to set your sights on earning a Success Club trip, which is a cruise to the Bahamas and another private island. This is something you can do by being consistent in helping people. It's crazy. You can earn your trip. So I want you to learn about it. It's at www.anchorsaway2019.com. The way you get off the waiting list, and understand there's 380,000 coaches. There's going to be about 7,000 coaches that are there. And the way that they do that is by Success Club points. So it's not that you necessarily have to earn Success Club 5 every single month, because I can tell you that last year there were people that did not hit Success Club every single month and they got off the waiting list. But the goal is to earn your trip through consistently helping people every single month. And now this month you earn double trip dollars towards the trip. So that's another important incentive in, going big this month and really stretching yourself. By the way, if there's anything that I go through, if you have any questions at all, I'm happy to go back to them once we have our speaker on, and we can address them at the end when there's a little bit of time. I also want to make sure everybody knows that beach bars are coming. What? We've been waiting and waiting. You guys, we've been begging corporate for like 2 years. Please give us more consumables. Please give us a bar. Everybody buys RX bars. We want to buy Beachbody stuff, and they've been formulating it, and they're here. So they're going to be available in April 2018. It's very exciting. No artificial colors, flavors. It's gluten-free. You can see the flavors. It's going to be awesome, and I do want you guys to know that an HD order of the Beach Bar carries 90 in personal volume. Okay, so what that means is that is the equivalent, if you were on HD or a Beach Bar, of ordering Shakeology every month. Really important information. And again, it just gives us another tool and more ways to help people and add value and help them get to their goals, because everybody loves a bar. And just quickly, Mel Robbins, an exclusive webinar with Mel, is the Success Club prize for January. Yes, some of the emphasis in the way we do things this year is being taken off of Success Club. But guys, I can't even express the value in having to listen and getting to listen to her for 30 minutes, where the interview and the presentation is geared for us. Okay, she blew the roof off at leadership. It was, we were all just glued to her. There is a reason she has been featured everywhere. She's the best of the best right now in with her philosophies. So that's what we're shooting for this month for January. Okay, so moving on, let's talk a little bit about goal setting and starting strong. Just a few quotes that really spoke to me tonight. The tragedy of life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach. That pretty much says it all for me. You really have to reach within yourself over the next couple of days. And I know that a few of you have already set your goals for January, and I applaud you. You're on the right track. But I really just want to challenge all of you to think about some personal goals that you have, again, for your health and fitness first and foremost. For you personally, what does your soul need? How are you going to feel happy and balanced and fulfilled as you move forward this year and start a new chapter? And then lastly, your business goals. What do you want to start accomplishing each month as a coach? Goals are the fuel in the furnace of achievement. In the absence of clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to performing daily acts of trivia. And it's so true. You're either just blowing in the wind, like with absolutely no direction, or you've sat down and you've said, this is what I want and why, and I'm going to be intentional about it because I'm going to do this, this, and this. And that's what we want to start working toward every day. So just a couple more things, and I know I'm kind of like, might be a little annoying that I keep saying we got to set goals. It is one of the formulas of success of the most successful people in business is just writing down simple goals, getting into the daily habit. What do I need to accomplish today? What are 3 things that matter the most to me today? And being intentional about those things and then going back and looking at them. Because as you begin to do that every single day, you accomplish more. And that goal list gets bigger. And every single time you check something off, that is like the biggest applause to your self-esteem and your self-worth. It grows your confidence. You begin to see that you are capable of so much more. And so it grows everything. So people who don't set goals and write them down are just wishing and dreaming their life away. Perhaps they simply think that they don't have to write their goals down, or they may have tried this tactic before it failed, so they don't want to try again for fear of failure. And I can definitely say that I've done that, where I don't even necessarily want to commit to something in writing because I'll feel bad if I don't get there. Not the tactic to take. This is the time in January, in a brand new year, for you to be intentional about what you want, put it in writing, and tell the world. Tell your coach, tell your friends, tell your team, tell your challenge group. Okay, that is what is going to help you be intentional about following through and taking action every single day. And we need to know what you want so we can cheer you on and help you get there. Okay, so this year, decide what you want. Talk about that. Are you going to walk, jog, or run? That is the beauty in this business, you guys. There is zero pressure. This is not about what I want or your coach. This is about what you want. And so, you may have financial goals. You may want to start earning a certain amount of money each month to pay towards debt. Maybe you have been dreaming about a family vacation. And you'd like to be able to provide that for your family this year. Maybe you'd like to just, do this as a hobby and cover the cost of your products. You set the pace and you do it your way. And we're going to give you the ways of how to do that. You do not have to run. And I want to assure you, if you have a full-time job and this is just something right now that needs to be very part-time, we are going to give you the tools this year for you to make that happen, where it's not overwhelming, it's not stressful, and you feel comfortable and good about what you're doing. So commit. Share those goals. And again, I'll show you a sheet that's going to help you with this, but what you want to do this week, what you want to accomplish in January, and then set some larger goals too. And how do we succeed? We do not quit. So through persistence and consistency. I want you to know, in coaching and in life, like, practice makes progress. This is not about comparing yourself to anybody else, but when it comes to coaching, it's really about figuring out what you want, leading by example, and sharing that. The compound effect is real. So let's talk about a new tool that we're going to be using this year that I think is very, very simple. When I looked at the last year and I looked at all the different resources we have, guys, you can go to your back office. We all have the same stuff. And there is self-paced first 30 training where you literally can get all of the training right there on your own. That takes initiative, and that takes self-motivation. And sometimes all of that can be overwhelming when you're trying to balance a job and a family and sports and activities and everything else that we do as parents. So like I said, the beauty is you're going to set your own pace. There is a walk, there is a jog kind of schedule of goals, of what the kind of activities that you're going to be doing every day. And there is a run. And you will have to put in work to make this happen. And you can't just say, oh, well, maybe I'll occasionally share about my my progress and, my workouts and stuff. And if somebody comes to me, great. I want to tell you, if you've got income goals in mind, and that is what you want, you're going to need to get intentional about it. And it starts with tracking. Anything you track, you can improve. And so this is what we're going to be working with. I like this because it is simple. I think the goal for all of us should be to keep it as simple as possible. Don't stress out and make things overcomplicated. And that's an important lesson for me, because that is one of my personality traits that I do with everything. Okay, so the idea is that if you are working full-time and you are incorporating coaching part-time, that if you can dedicate an hour 5 days a week, not on the weekends, then you are going to be able to start building. And so this is the tracker. I don't know if you can see all of it, but I'm going to just quickly read. What does somebody who is just getting started need to do to begin growing a business? you need to figure out kind of what your larger vision is. Share or have a conversation or invite one person a day to a challenge group that you're a part of, to the coaching opportunity. 10 minutes of personal development. There's a million different ways to do that. That is going to be invaluable for you. Commit to Shakeology, pressing play, and dialing in on your nutrition plan. Now, that is not a coach activity because that is something we want our challengers doing. So that is not part of your 1 hour. I'm talking about 1 hour of focused business work where your notifications are off. You are not reading other things other people are posting. You are zoned in on a list. This is literally how I run my business, you guys, is a notebook. And I have potential people that I can tell are following my journey or are, being supportive and encouraging me or asking, what are you doing? You've got a list every month. And so that's what I work from. So I just want to make sure, like, your workout's not part of the 1 hour. Obviously, your workout is for you. That is a personal thing. Daily gratitude. Recognize and thank someone every day for something. I had this in my last tracker sheet for the last tracker sheet that I did, because I created one too. I think it's so important to just be a light to somebody. That is so valuable to you personally, to make somebody else's day with a genuine compliment. Okay, genuine. That's the key. But just thinking about somebody and reaching out to them, I love doing that every single day. That's a very simple thing to do. It might take a minute or two. Post something of value on your social media once a day. Add value to the world. And entertain, educate, and inspire. And that kind of goes back to knowing who you are and what matters to you, and just sharing things that really resonate with you. That is not always Beachbody or product specific or anything like that. Contribute to the challenge group daily. Listen to the National Wake Up Call. They're so good and they're so helpful. And then post your monthly goals. So we've talked about that a couple times tonight. So as far as I know people can get overwhelmed with all the little things, but as far as contributing to your challenge group, just think of it as, making observations in the group, being there to support people and encouraging them. You get out of anything what you put in. And so if you're currently in a challenge group and you're not really posting, then it's hard for you to be able to add value. And if you've got challengers in that group, just take it upon yourself to lead by example and be the kind of challenger you want them to be. Because then before you know it, they are going to be a member of your team. Not always, but that is usually the way it works. The best coaches or challengers first. Okay, and so really at the Walker level, it's just somebody who understands the power of community, recognition, and the compound effect. And that is about 5 hours a week, guys. And then here it is a little bit, here it is a little bit larger so you can see it a little bit better. So this is a focus of, you're going to just try to win your week. These are the behaviors that you would want to focus on every single day. And again, if you've got two half-hour blocks, 1 hour block, or if it has to be done in pockets of time, the important thing is that you're focused on these specific behaviors. And then look, I'll show you where you track it. And so what you'll do is you'll simply write those behaviors in here, and then any other actions that you specifically want to take that go directly towards your business and growing your business. And then you're just going to check them off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sunday, did you achieve them? What's the goal? What did you net? Okay, so I just think this is a really easy tool for us to start working with. Whether you are a full-time working coach, whether you are part-time, no matter what you have to give, start there, because I think that's a great simple list. Now, the jogger looks just a little bit different. There's just some tweaks in there, but there's some more things that you're doing. Notice too that on the right-hand side, you are supposed to, every Sunday night, set your goals. You see your large goals at the top, that your goals for the month, your goals for the week, and the most important things that you need to do that week. That's right there on the right side, nice and clear for you. You're going to talk about what personal development you are studying this week, and you're committing to 10 minutes. And then your victories, your defeats, all of these things really help you focus in on what you're getting out of coaching and the way that you're making an impact. And it's extremely powerful. Let's see. And then you have the tracker for a jogger. Okay. Now, last one is runner, and these are our business builders. You are legit like, hey, I'm growing my business this year. I've got big goals. I'm earning an income. Maybe you're working towards something bigger for yourself and your family. There are a lot more activities, obviously, as you can see, that you're going to be working towards, guys. I don't want any of this to, to intimidate anybody, because you might not be at the point just yet that you're hosting team calls, but once you've got 3 or 4 people who are a part of your team, ask the question and we will guide you, and you are ready. You are ready to host a team call. So you understand what duplication means, branding. Okay, for some of you, if you're a newer coach on here, that these might be kind of foreign concepts. If you're a business builder, you get what these terms mean. You know what elite and premier is and about the guidelines. You're thinking about establishing team culture, and so it's a lot broader. And that can be something you work towards if you're not there yet. I want you to know, I asked the person who created this form, I said, okay, I need specifics. How long are you taking on your business to get through your list? And she said, as a runner, obviously she is somebody who has a large team, and she is a runner. She said she takes an hour and a half to get through this list every Monday through Friday. And, she probably works on the weekend a little bit. I think Sundays in particular is a great time to carve out an hour to schedule, organize your schedule and think about the content that you're going to have on your page, and thinking ahead makes it so much easier during the week. So I love these trackers, and I want to encourage all of you to use them in the coach training that I'm going to be talking about shortly. That's one of the tools that we're going to be using. So I love that. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I also posted them in the event page, so you've got copies of them. I will get you PDFs, but I think we just take them and run with them and start using them. Okay. Woo! Hopefully I was able to get through the information quickly enough. I am so excited to introduce Andrea to our team call. You guys, she has impressed me from day one. I'm sorry, Andrea, I forgot to get your stats. You're at least a 1-star diamond. You are leading an incredibly powerful team, and you are consistently one of the highest volume producers, and you truly do lead by example. She just had a baby, and I'm just thrilled to have her on tonight. So I asked Andrea to come on because I know the work that she's putting in, and I know that it also is paying off. She can give us the details on the months, but she is still in the running as a Success Club legend, which is 2 years, which means she is hitting Success Club, every single month. And she will be representing our team and her team in Los Angeles. She'll be getting, treated to the VIP experience at the New Leaders Conference. And so I wanted to have Andrea come on tonight just to share her personal top tips of what she's doing for starting the year strong. So with that,
thanks,
Andrea.
Kara.
You're welcome.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on, Kara. This is kind of cool. Happy 2018. So I'm Andrea. I live in Dallas. I have 3 kids. I'm married to my husband, Richard, and I've been a coach for, I guess it'll be 3 years in April. So,
awesome.
So I'm going to share a little bit, I guess, about how I finished 2017 strong and then started 2018 strong. And there's nothing that I'm doing that all of you can't do, I think, first. So I tried to think of three things. Kara asked me to share my top three. So I came up with sort of this 3 C's of, uh, of success right now. And the first one is consistency. And consistency for me has just been kind of a theme word since I started coaching. Being consistent, with my own personal journey, consistent with my workouts, consistent with my eating plans, not perfect, but, always kind of knowing where I come back to and, what habits I've created that I want to stick with. And consistency in my business looks like being engaged in social media basically every day. A few times a day, being consistent in sharing my story, in sharing my family, and sharing the things that make me me on social media, and also consistent with sharing my Beachbody story. And that might be my workout or my Shakeology or my challenge groups. But I think people are still coming to me in January of 2018, almost 3 years into this, from my warm market because they've been watching me be consistent for 3 years. And it may not have been the right time for them in the past, but I had specifically 2 people in the last week who said, I was thinking that I wanted to do something new this year. And when I thought of changing up my fitness, I thought of you. And that's awesome. And the reason they thought of me is because I'm, there just dropping hints and dropping little clues of what I'm doing. And so my consistency has paid off. So I think that's the first part of success. My second C is commitment. And commitment, I think, has two avenues. I think you need to be committed to your own journey. And this month, I think that means, for a lot of us, it means 80-day obsession. But for whatever program, like Kara said, whatever program is right for you right now, you need to commit to that. I keep saying to myself, the next 80 days are going by no matter what. And where I end up at the end of the 80 days is totally up to me. So people also are looking for that commitment from you, and you can share that in your social media. So that, for me, in this past, really the past 2 months, I think, since A Little Obsessed came out, but I've printed out the materials. I've physically, have them here. I have things ready. I'm working on my meal plan, and then I'm sharing that. I'm sharing about the workouts and the equipment. I'm fully committed, and they're seeing that, so they realize they can join me and do it along with me. So be fully committed. Also, commit to your business. Commit to whatever. Commit to your goals, like Kara was talking about. Write them down and commit. So that's number 2. And number 3 is the challenge pack. So I think a lot of people get intimidated by selling a challenge pack. And I want to just tell you, don't be intimidated by the challenge pack for the price or for the volume or for whatever it is. That is our best tool. And there is not one conversation that I have with someone who expresses interest where it doesn't end up with a challenge pack, because I know it's the best value, totally, Kara. And it's also what they need. It's totally what they need. I can say I rarely sell anything but a challenge pack. It is everything, and I've proven it with my own personal story. So especially for 80-day obsession, I want them to get the challenge pack that has the performance line, because I've been using the performance line. I've been consistent with Energize and Recover. I've committed to using those products, and the challenge pack offers that to them. Am I sometimes a little bit nervous at the price and like throwing someone a link or telling someone that it costs $230? Yes, I am. I totally am. But what I find is when I do it, the response is often awesome. So Anyway, challenge pack. So that's what they need. So be consistent, commit to the program, and go for the challenge pack. And that is my tips. Those are my tips.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And Andrea is going to hang in.
Okay.
If there are any questions, we're gonna do a quick Q&A in a few minutes. So thank you so much, Andrea. And it's back to basics. You've heard these words before, but it's because that's what it really comes down to. Okay, so final notes, just to kind of summarize. We are preparing for the 80-day obsession right now. This is your program, your journey. Own it. Be a student, read your meal plan, look at other meal plans, formulate your own, but lead by example. Really take this on and claim it, because like Andrea said, the next 80 days are gonna happen no matter what we do. So let's work towards what we want. We are going to be forming teams of 5 for the Team Cup registration. That will begin on February 1st. I already started reverse engineering this. So, I know a lot of you have big goals. So we are going to do a business opportunity call, some form of business opportunity invite and webinar in the next 10, 14 days. And so you want to start working with people and having those conversations now. Your current challengers, people that seem to be really closely following, especially when you talk about coaching, to plant those seeds and determine if they're going to be people on your team this year. Okay. So because they could then potentially be one of your Team Cup members in February. That's how quickly it can work. I do want to quickly say about Elite, I'm really excited to have that call, and we are going to dive in. The changes are incredible, and I don't want anyone to be intimidated by aiming high, setting your sights high for something like Elite or Premier this year, because they have set the point system in such a way where it is attainable for everybody. And so when I look through what is required each month, and really what Elite is, you guys, for the newer coaches, it's an incredible system that they've set up the perks are amazing. You get gifts all year and you get recognized. But when I looked at what's really involved this year, you're looking at, it's kind of like the rule of 3. If you are recruiting in 3 coaches, if you are working with 3 people on your team that are running with you, that are duplicating your activities, and you're helping them earn Success Club, and you're working on your own retail, just to very much simplify it, you're going to be earning points towards Elite. So I wanted to mention that. You are going to begin using this track. You do not have to use the tracker that I shared with you tonight. I just like it because it's so simple and to the point. You can use another tracker you're more comfortable with. In the back office, we have something called the Business Activity Tracker, the BAC. You can use that. But I like the one that I showed you because it's simple and to the point. And I think for those of you working full time, you just focus on that power hour and get through that list. You're going to see results. You are invited to join our Coach Ramp-Up group. That's the next slide, but we are going to have a training starting next week. It's going to be very simple. Simple is a key there. But what that focus on is going to be just helping you understand the 500 PV model and personal volume and the different ways to accumulate volume besides challenge packs and Success Club points, so that you can start having a broader vision for your team and helping to see how you can start growing an income, and just getting more comfortable with our products and getting very confident in being able to suggest them to your friends in conversations. We're going to goal set, and really this is about taking ownership of what you want this year. There is so much powerful accountability in sharing who you are, what matters to you, what your goals are on your social media. A big theme for me this year is to get comfortable getting uncomfortable. Okay? Every day, one thing. For some of you, it might be going live. It's the best way to drive the most traffic to your page, bottom line. For some people, it's going to be sharing about their fitness. When you really own your fitness journey and you own what you want and you aren't afraid to say it out loud, that is such a powerful thing. And people need to see you doing it to begin to believe that they can do it. That's the bottom line. Initiating invites, having conversations, and sharing. And guys, practice makes progress. This is not about, this is not about getting it right or being perfect or anything like that. This is about working towards what you want, growing into the person that you want to be in the future. And so that is a daily practice. This is your year, so I want you to claim it, okay? Like I said, practice makes progress. We're going to goal set and participate in groups. Everybody should be in a challenge group for 80-day obsession. I hope everybody takes the opportunity to be in the coach test group. And the coach ramp up is going to be called Easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. And that's going to start on Monday. It's going to be a simple lesson each day, no more than 10 to 15 minutes, giving you information to help you get really comfortable on products and understanding volume. And then there's going to be accountability with the tracking that we just shared. And I'm going to be answering questions and giving you a couple of quick, easy tasks that are going to help you build your skills as a coach. So I hope everybody joins us with that. That will be a No Limits Fitness team page. And with that, we're done. So I am going to take us off share screen and just hop on really quickly to the chat. Were there any? I'm going to open it up, okay? Because, there's 15 of us on. So speak freely. You can raise your hand. And do you have any questions at all? How can we help? Dave's like, Kara, anybody? Molly? Okay, so are we fired up? Are you guys fired up about the possibilities this year? I want you to be excited for what you can do and the kind of impact you can have and how your life can change this year. We have an entire year. And so let's get intentional. Let's set some goals and let's work towards achieving them together. Okay? All right, guys. I guess if there's no questions, let me just check the chat. Boom. Jenny threw one out. Go live 5 days a week. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm going to take a quick picture. So show me those pearly whites. And I want to, oh, there we go. Haley just hopped back on. She's like, wait, I want to be in the picture. Thank you. Hey, Melissa. All right. Thank you guys so much for being on. I know we're all busy. Thank you for investing in your businesses, okay? All right, let's crush it this week and this month and this year. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye, everybody.